What's up, YouTube, InfoWars TV, Federaljacktube fans, We Are Change fans? This is Popeye from Federal Jack, and I'm doing a quick little video article as I fight Chrome here. Sorry about that. I'm doing a quick video article to show you guys how the mainstream media takes a tragic accident and they use it for political purposes for gun control. In Opa-locka, there was a teenager that accidentally shot his friend in the head with his cousin's rifle. And it happened to be an AK-47. So right off the bat, they try to use their predictive programming. First thing they do is they grab your heartstrings, quote-unquote, best friend. They want emotions with the title. And then they also put the offender, the AK-47. And I highlighted that because that's important, because they want that ingrained in your head subconsciously that a AK-47 is a bad weapon. Terrorists use them. Bad guys use them. They want you to think that. It's an assault rifle. Guarantee you John Timoney will be chief of police in Miami, or Manny Diaz, the mayor of Miami, will probably be on the news within the next day or so, calling for an assault weapons ban and saying how we need these weapons of war, as they call them, off the street. They're not weapons of war. They're single-shot rifles, just like a hunting rifle. It's just made to look like its fully automatic counterpart. It's just bling, if you will. It's just accoutrements. It's like when kids put ground effects on their cars, and they want to make their cars look like the little Fast and the Furious cars, but it's really not that fast, and they put those little retarded mufflers on it to make it sound like, it's really a badass car, and it makes it, to me they sound like a lawnmower, but, everybody out there knows what I mean. So, it's just makeup, if you will. It's just aesthetics. And don't judge a book by its cover. So, anyway, in the article, okay, right in the first paragraph, they go on to say that thanks to the AK-47, two teens, best friends for years, have had their lives changed forever, thanks to the AK-47 and a few unsupervised moments. So it's the AK-47's fault. The slant of the article right off the bat is that it's the thanks to the AK-47. So what they're trying to say is that it's the AK-47's fault that the kid got shot in the head because the AK-47 told the other kid, pick me up and shoot him in the head. Because guns do that. Guns tell people to kill people. And pencils misspell words. Jesus, pull your heads out of your ass, people. But that's what they want. They want people to believe this. And this chick actually probably does believe this line. And their editor believes that line because that's what they've been programmed to believe. Everybody runs on a program. Your brain is like a computer. And if they've been, everybody, I believe, is still accountable for their own actions. And she sucks for reporting this and putting her name on this article with that retarded line right off the bat. But I'll go on. I feel bad for the poor kid for being killed. Okay, it's a tragic accident, but the person that should be held accountable would be the 21-year-old cousin, okay, because he obviously made the mistake of having a weapon in the house and not training anybody in the house about the weapon and saying, don't touch it, this is why. If you take the magazine out, you let them hold it, and you explain to them, and you sit down and you show them gun safety and stuff, the kid won't be curious to pick it up and fucking around with it and it's loaded. Okay, and if that's the case, if you have a loaded gun in the house, why didn't you have a trigger lock on it? He could have put a trigger lock on it, dude. And so I hold him accountable, the gunner, not the gun itself. Okay, and also the 16-year-old that pulled the trigger because he shouldn't have done it. But teenagers are young, and yes, they should be accountable for their actions. But they also watch a lot of TV in Hollywood and listen to rap and shit. And it's always talking about a gat, or when they watch TV, it's always a guy holding an AK, da 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 da, shooting it sideways, trying to be cool, and so between Hollywood and TV and the entertainment industry and music, they glorify it. So that's also them pumping that shit into these kids' heads, which is done on purpose as well. And then they go on to say, they ask the most retarded question I've ever seen, and it's done to demonize, again, semi-automatic weapons and the term semi-automatic weapon. When asked why the 21-year-old couple needed a semi-automatic weapon, this unnamed friend that's been quoted in this article a few times says, well, everyone has one, needs one. It's America. So right here, this statement is made to make it sound like, John Wayne-ish, very, like, it gives you that hint of, like, they're trying to pump that into you. Everybody, or people are nuts. You see how they do it? Like, oh, come on, everybody, it's America, blah, 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 blah. This is almost like a pre-written line. It is so horribly, nobody speaks like this. Everybody has one, needs one, it's America. And who is this unnamed friend? Okay, why does he only say things that seem to slant towards, or against, almost demonizing guns and gun ownership again? They do it, instead of doing it hardcore, now they're doing it on the DL. They do it it's predictive programming. They slide certain things in there, okay? When asked why the 21-year-old cousin needed a semi-automatic weapon, a semi-automatic weapon, it could be anything from Glock to an AK-47, as long as the AK only fired single shot and not fully auto. And the civilian models of an AK or an AR-15 or anything like that are all single shot, so it doesn't matter. There is no there is no argument about that. Okay. This is just, again, trying to demonize weapons and semi-automatic. They want you to hear the term semi-automatic and think that it's a machine gun. They want to put that in your head. They want to put it in your head that it's a quote-unquote weapon of war, to quote John Timoney, the chief of police in Miami. I'd be surprised if him or Manny Diaz, the mayor of Miami, used this as an excuse to, as another political excuse, like they did the last time there was a shooting. Okay. Now, I find it also interesting that she would ask this question, considering CBS, same article, or same website, same date. Concealed weapons permit request jumps in Florida. Okay? 150,000 concealed weapon permit requests in 2009. That's what they're going to have, a total of 150,000 for the year they're figuring so far, or maybe even more. Okay? So that's a semi-automatic handgun. Why does somebody need this? For self and personal protection and to protect their family, especially now these times that these elite banking fucks and Obama and these evil traitorous fucks are destroying the economy. People are going nuts and they're starting to rob people. They're starting to break in and try to knife people and shit. So yeah, you need a gun to protect yourself. It's going back to the wild, wild west. And what happens when they try to drag you and your family off to a camp? Okay, they want to demonize weapons. This is the same kind of shit Hitler did. Now, you know what? The White House can tell me that I'm crossing the line. Go fuck yourself. I had fucking family in a prison. Okay, I had family with tattoos on their forearms and they were numbers. I could say what I want. I earned the right. And guess what? You are like Hitler. You and the rest of your administration are evil, fascist pieces of shit. Now, people, it's time to wake up. In one breath, they tell you how many people want guns and that are legally applying for their permit to carry their gun on them every day wherever they go. And in the next breath, they're telling you how bad it is. Why do you need a semi-automatic weapon, which is this? Okay? So there you go. There's a prime example. CBS is getting called out right now by Federaljacktube. You've been shown to be a liar, CBS. Federaljacktube, signing off.